With the Switch 2 out and I have one in hand, I thought I'd test in today's video some Switch 1 games and see how they run, see how they look. And it's pretty awesome that the Switch 2 is near fully backward compatible. There's some compatibility issues with some games, but over the thousands of games that are offered on the Switch, many run on the Switch 2. And in today's video, I'm going to be capturing and sharing footage of some games that I own, some digital, some physical, and show you what I think of how they look on the Switch 2. So sit back, relax, here we go. The third-party games I'm showing are priced all over the place. The first one is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. This has a multitude of characters you can play, and it's a great kind of brawler. There's lots of unlockables and different ways of playing this. It's multiplayer as well. The digital copy actually is more expensive than the physical release, which you can find used around, at the time of the upload of this video, about 40 bucks. That price is going to vary over time. But you know what? Really enjoy this one. It looks fantastic on the Switch 2, and I think this is a great game to go back and revisit and play. There's a multitude of different Marvel characters, and you can kind of, what I like about this game is you can customize your team as you unlock different characters, upgrade them. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're a fan of the brawler. I like the graphics. You know what, the gameplay does get a little mundane over time, but this is a solid 8 out of 10 for me. This is a game that I picked up recently, and I'm really thankful that I did. I definitely want to beat it. Next up is Episode 1 Racer, Star Wars racing game, and I am a fan of the game. I'm not necessarily a big fan of this particular movie in the Star Wars franchise, but I think it's an awesome racing game, and it looks awesome on the Switch 2. Runs great. And you know what, even though the Switch 2 does have some pretty good racing games off the get-go, if you're a fan of racing games, this is definitely one you can pick up cheap on a digital sale. It's like $14.99, I think, regular price. But there are some physical releases of this as well, and you may want to go back and check it out, as it really has the sense of speed. I really have appreciated this game over time more and more, and I highly recommend it as it's an affordable pickup. Panzer Dragoon, the remake, is only a mere like $3.74 on sale right now. Normally like $24.99. There is a physical release, I do believe, but you know what? This was a cheap digital pickup for me a few years back. I don't know exactly when I got it, but you know what? Looks great, and this is a remake of the original Panzer Dragoon, which I don't have a ton of experience playing on the Saturn, and I know these original Saturn release, some people prefer it, but it looks good here on the Switch too. And this might be something, if you're looking for something different to play and you want to pick up a Switch game. It's kind of overwhelming with how big the Switch library is, what to pick up. And you know what, if you're a Sega fan, you may want to check this out, as this is a good, enjoyable romp of going through a remake of the original 7 levels. It's kind of fun to go through a Switch library. I don't know about you, but I have hundreds of games in my Switch collection. I definitely want to go back and play some more, but I just chose some third-party games today where I thought you could go and look at these and check them out. Or in the comments, you can give your recommendations, as I'm always open to hear what you recommend playing on the Switch 2. This next game is a challenging one, and I'm recommending it just for how gorgeous it looks on the Switch 2. Very, very, very tough game. This is Ghosts 'n Goblins Resurrection, and this is a completely new game, and this came out in 2021, and you may have not realized that there is a new Ghosts 'n Goblins game that Capcom released. It's got a really unique art style, but it does look brilliant on the Switch 2. And so, you know, I'm going to go back and check this one out a little bit more. It's 10 bucks, so it's another affordable digital release. So for that, I can recommend it, at least checking it out if you're a fan of the series. It's not my favorite in the series. I'm still a fan of Ghouls and Ghosts, but this one looks great. Another amazing racer is Cruisin' Blast, and this is a colorful game, and it really pops on the Switch too. Really enjoyed this one. I did a full video on this game when it came out in 2021, and you know what? I love it. This is just a great combination of taking the Cruisin' series, adding a few other elements from some other iconic racing games. Burnout comes to mind. Lots of tricks, lots of different things to do, but I really enjoy this game. It's a perfect combination of arcade fun, but there's unlockables, there's many tracks and cars, and you can customize your cars, and I think this is a fantastic racing game. And if you're looking for something arcadey for your Switch 2 or Switch, and like any of these games I'm recommending in this video, you can pick them up if you have an original Switch, if you forgot about them, and highly recommend this one. Your mileage is going to vary with the next one, but Bayonetta is a very cool and artistic science fiction action adventure game. And you know what? I don't have a lot of experience, to be honest, with this franchise. I know there's like 4 games in the series. This came out in the late 2000s originally, and it's been ported to a couple other systems, Xbox One. I know it's bundled with Vanquish, so if you have an Xbox One or PlayStation 4, that's another option for this. But I like how this looks, and you know what? I'm a big Sega fan, so you know what? Got to give them some love as well now that they're a third-party publisher. And you know what? This looks pretty good on the Switch, and so I had a physical release of this. There are actually 3 physical copies, Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3 for the Switch. In the comments, what is your favorite Bayonetta? Burnout Paradise is another affordable recommendation. I think I got a physical copy on sale for like $10. And you know, while this game has been out and it's on multi-plat, you can appreciate this on the Switch, as I think it looks fantastic. And you know what? You may want to check it out, because you know what? I'm showing here footage on the Switch too. It looks pretty good for an old game, but it has been remastered, and there's so much to unlock in here. I personally can get kind of overwhelmed with a sandbox style game, but the Burnout gameplay is so much fun to unlock and discover new areas and different tracks and things to mess around with in this game. I have to recommend this, and this is a game, even though I have the most experience with like Burnout 3, would love to see a physical copy of that being redone. Highly recommend this, as it's a great game. Next up is Star Wars Pinball. I'm a big video game pinball fan, and this is probably in my top 10 for the Switch, as this specific release is affordable. You can get a physical copy of it as well. I love that. And there's different ways of playing it on the Switch. You can make it into a mini pinball table, and you know what? There's lots to enjoy here. Multiple different pinball fields to play, and it's even got a Rogue One here, which I'm showing. I'm a huge Rogue One fan and Andor fan, and so you may want to check this out, especially if you're a pinball fanatic. And you know what? Zen Studios did an amazing job on this. I can't wait what else they have in store, as this is my go-to. Highly recommend this one. Now, if you're into some football, but maybe not exactly just sports football, there's Mutant Football League, and this has been out for a bit, and there's a physical release of it, fairly affordable. And you know what? I love myself some, you know, oddities such as this. You get to play football, but it's kind of an homage back to Mutant Football back on the Sega Genesis. And I really like this one. Do I like it as much as the original? Probably not, but it's a great update. I know they're working on another one. Fingers crossed it comes out. But if you're looking for a sports game that has an arcadey feel to it, got a great commentator, by the way, and this is a type of sports game I can jump into. It's not too sim. The next recommendation is an oldie and a goodie, but it looks fantastic on the Switch 2. And you know what? This is Torchlight 2 by Runic Software back in the day. And you know what? Absolutely love this game. Great animation and sound, and it's a looter, and so you can go around, and if you're a Diablo fan, highly recommend this one. Thumbs up for me. Man, that was awesome. And many of these games are affordable. You can get them in either physical or digital for many of the ones that I showed in today's video. So what are your recommendations? What are your picks? I might do more of these videos as people are curious. What Switch games look great on the Switch 2? What do you recommend playing? And as always, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you like what you see, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Let's keep it positive. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.